And more tonight on the apology coming from energy provider CenterPoint after an incorrect mixture of gas at one of its facilities led to hundreds of emergency calls right over Christmas weekend.
We've been told it created deadly levels of carbon monoxide pumped right inside the homes across southern Indiana. People who were using their furnaces at the time to try to stay warm. Today, WHAS 11's Connor Steffen talks with some of those homeowners who say this apology is not enough.
A gas mix-up.
We know that it was no consumer's fault.
Leaving its mark months later.
A whole lot of stress, kind of hard to sleep at night now because you're afraid you might go to bed and not wake up.
Bill Elder has had plenty of sleepless nights since a Christmas Eve incident left him and his family celebrating the holidays in the hospital.
Here it was the holidays, you know what I'm saying, where you're supposed to be spending time with your family. Everybody could have died, you know what I'm saying?
His family joins more than 100 others in Clarksville, Jeffersonville, and New Albany, all impacted by a widespread carbon monoxide leak. It sent at least 4 to the hospital. Elder says his wife barely made it out of their house alive.
She couldn't even walk. You know what I mean? She couldn't even walk. She was just, it just had her down.
Tuesday, CenterPoint Energy took the blame after a months-long investigation, saying a disproportionate amount of propane had been added into our natural gas system and as such contributed to reports of carbon monoxide. We accept responsibility for the error. While the company's made it clear restitution will follow.
Now, at this point, no, I'm not happy. It is a relief, of course.
Customers like Elder are hoping more action is taken.
And I say they should never do it again, no matter what the circumstances is.
He's among several left displaced for days following the mishap and says physical damage to his home remains.
Well, I can certainly understand their feelings, but I hope they can see that the process worked, that the correct steps were taken.
Representative Rita Fleming was among those who originally pushed for an investigation.
And I'm pleased that they have ceased operations at the Jeffersonville facility. They're going to keep it shut down until the end of the year while they further assess it.
For anyone impacted in the incident, Representative Rita Fleming says it's important to keep note of any documentation or data collected in the time since, so you can submit that to CenterPoint for proper compensation. For all that information, you can head over to our website, WHAS11.com. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
And CenterPoint Energy noted it will fully comply with any future directives handed down by the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission.